On this episode of Carnage, we're at Calder Park Raceway and we're looking for a new PB out of our Lexcen. I like them to stay on. So here we are, Calder Park Raceway with the Lexcen. So last time we had this at Calder, it ran 11.76 or 11.73, something like that. And then we took it up to Heathcote and ran it and tried to run it on the drag radials. Drag radials wouldn't fit, so we ended up running it on the Nankangs, and it ran 10.68 at 133 mile an hour. So it did pretty well. So today, I have a number in my head. I don't want to say the number because every time I say a number, we don't do it. But the number's in my head. I have a number I want to run. We're going to try for that number and see how things go. But we have drag radials on the back. We took it back to the dyno after Heathcote and made more power than ever. I'm going to run it at the medium boost level. And if it hooks, I'm going to switch to the highest boost level during the run. So that is the plan. We'll see how we go. So the Andrea steward has already just come up and had a word to us and said the fastest we're allowed to run today is 10.5 because we have no cage or anything. 10.5 would be a PB for the car, but I want to do better than that. So we'll see. We'll see how we go. But yeah, look, if they limit us to half track runs, I don't know, we'll see. But I'm just going to go out and send it first run. If that's the only run we get, well, so be it. But I'm hoping the video's a little bit longer than that. All right, so we're getting ready for our first run. It might be our only run, we don't know yet. But traction does seem a bit limited, so we may struggle with traction. We will see. Burnout limiter off. Wheels spun it off the line, so I have to turn the launch down. But wow, and that was mid-level boost setting, so only 20 pounds. But yeah, she got moving in the top end, but yeah. Too much wheel spin off the line. Thank you. So I feel like I'm learning how to drive this thing again. So it wasn't great. Wheel spun off the line at sort of the medium launch RPM. I think it was 3.5, I think it was at, or maybe it was 37, I'm not sure. But yeah, 2.06 60 footer, which is terrible. 757 a half track, 1125 at 134.89, so the highest mile an hour this thing has ever run, and that was only at mid boost. It's not at full boost yet. So we're going to move up and we'll make another pass. .1056, 134, so actually worse mile an hour, but 172 60 footer. Let's go down, cool it down, and yeah, I'll get a drink and we can set it up for another run, maybe get up another PB. So that one went a little bit better. So the first run we did that 1125, 134.89, so let's say 135 mile an hour, but wheel spun off the line. It was not a really good launch, had to get off it, get onto it. Wasn't great. So we went back around, but by that time the car had a fair bit of heat in it, and the intercooler had heat in it, and it was all a bit warm. But still, I turned down the launch a little bit. Actually I turned down the boost level and launch, and it just hooked. It went 172 on the 60 foot, 690 to half track, and then 1056, 134.6 mile an hour. So down a mile an hour. And during the run, I was commanding more boost. I was reaching down to hit more boost, but Zane's just told me that's not actually doing anything, because the car, when it gets hot, it's pulling boost and pulling timing just to save itself, because the intake temps are getting quite high, engine temps are getting quite high. So yeah, we need to, well, Zane's just turned it down a little bit now, so he's a little bit less boost, but he reckons it should protect it in the top end and it shouldn't pull as much timing, because it shouldn't be getting as hot. That's the plan. So anyway, we've let it cool down a fair bit. So we're going to go out and try another pass and see if we can get kicked out. We've been told already that 1050 is our time, and he is watching us like a hawk. We've just done 1056.
well done. Well done.
Okay, so we are going out for our third run. Zane's had a little bit of a tickle. We're going to see if that worked. Pull a little bit of boost out of it. But hopefully what that does is it'll hook better and also not pull as much timing and boost in the top end. So ultimately we should end up with more boost in the top end. Okay, yeah, I think we're done today. So there we go, new PB, 10.319, 136.65. So what Zane did definitely worked with a 1.65 60 footer. All right, let's go around and see what they say to us. Okay, so we can say mission accomplished on that one. So 2 new PBs and with the best of 10.319, 136.65 mile an hour. So Zane's little test of pulling some boost out of it has actually paid off because we're only running 22.5 pounds boost. The previous run was at 24 pounds. I thought it was lower than that, but it turns out I had my boost settings wrong and it was running, you know, it actually went 25 pounds of boost, but it was so much boost that it was introducing too much heat into the intake charge, and then it would pull boost back out and pull timing with it, and we'd end up running slower. So, you know, we're 136.6 mile an hour, which is pretty good. 10.31, which is enough to get us kicked out. The Andrew guy, as we drove past, is going like that, like we are right on the line as far as he is concerned. He will let us run again, but I'm deciding to pull the pin because we've got a bit of an oil leak under the car, so I stuck my head under there. I noticed when we drove back that there's a pool of oil where we were parked before, and I didn't know that when I made that pass. And I've come back and I've looked under there and there's oil covering just about everything, and there's even some drips, and I'm like, that's not great. I don't want to be that guy that spoils it for everyone, so I'd rather pull the pin today and we'll come back another day and try and run a 9-second pass for this thing. That's the number I wanted to run. I wanted to run a 9, but at 10.31, that is a good PB for the car. Car's done well, and I've got to say big thanks to Walkinshaw Performance for lending us this beast for the weekend to tow out with. It's one of their 1500 Silverados, but this one's a little bit special. It's got the 6.2 litre in it, but with a Harrop supercharger on it. They're going to be bringing this thing to drag challenge. They're going to race this thing at drag challenge. Makes great power. It would be an easy 12-second pickup, and it's just a fantastic thing to drive. Towed out here effortlessly and so comfy. So I wish I could afford one. You know, it's awesome. But yeah, it's been a great day out at the track. You know, we've had 3 good runs, well, 1 okay run and 2 really good runs, so 2 PBs. Car's done really well. It's been pretty awesome. So I think we take it back to the shop, work out what is leaking oil under there, so whether it's a rear main seal or whether we just got a loose oil line or something like that. Zane said the log shows that it's not losing oil pressure or anything like that. So we're not losing a heap of oil, but we're losing enough that it concerns me that we need to actually have a look at it and find out what the deal is. So we'll do that, get the car up on the hoist, solve that. That'll all happen another day, obviously. And then next weekend, we're hoping to go out to Heathcote Park Raceway and test the ute for the first time. So check back with us for a future episode of Carnage where we run the ute and maybe go 8s. That'd be fun. So anyway, see you next week.